Hello, this is Matt Ullman for the third time. Um, had actually, I've had a couple of things I wanted to talk about, and it seems like every time I sit down to do it, I'll do that one last check on something, and the topic will change. I'll check my mail, or I'll check the Yahoo News, or I'll go on YouTube and check something, or this time what changed it was the City of Los Angeles forum. Um, Basically, and I'm going to do this one because this is something I really do think needs to be mentioned. The post that got me going on this, and that I finally decided on, and I'm doing now before I change my mind again, is pet abuse. I'm not talking, although it certainly could be fallen in, I'm not talking, kicking the cat down the stairs or dropping the cat from one floor to the other, blatant abuse. I'm talking about something that a friend of mine on these boards said that they found in their apartment complex. The more subtle abuse. These people had been evicted, and even from the pictures, I mean, there's one picture, and you can't see much, but you can still see some garbage around on the floor. Apparently, they left their cat behind. And somebody who lives around a vacation area said that this is not all that uncommon. In fact, a lot of people in his area who come down to live strictly for the time. They come down for the summer, they go back in the winter, or that's not their primary residence. They will adopt a cat or a dog, come down, even an exotic pet, and they'll come down, they'll be all nice, happy, and then when they have to go back, they don't take the animal. See, this is why I don't have 58 million cats running around my house, is because I think of the consequences. A lot of people don't. Yes, having a cat is really fun. Yes, having a dog is really fun. In the house here, currently, we have one cat, and I think he's sleeping under Matthew's bed at the moment. Or there, he's sitting in the window. And we have a spider, who is Lita, who's up there, and I have not ever held her. There's a reason. She was old. She was about a year or two old when we got her. So it was recommended that we don't handle her unless needed. It wasn't that getting bit would hurt, really. It's just that she was very skittish around people. In fact, I think we've cleaned the aquarium that we've had her in probably 3 times since we moved her to this aquarium, and I think she's been in this aquarium about 2.5 years now. It's just, she doesn't seem to mind. Every now and then well, I can tell you why we haven't done it lately is because Matthew, the little kid here, found the initial little cup that she came in. They'll give you a little thing like this that you put the spider in until you go home. And he broke it. So now we don't really have anything we're safe to put her in. That thing was just small enough we could hold it down in the thing, kind of scoop her up, and she wasn't going to go anywhere. The only thing we have now are like butter containers. Well, hell, how are you going to get a butter container in that thing? And she could slide around and probably slide out if she wanted to, so I don't really want that happening. Although, getting a bit, and I warned you guys, I go off on tangents. I will say this, she is the oldest spider I know. When we bought her, she was about a year or 2. She was already full grown. She's molted, I think, 4 times, and we bought her in the winter of 98. Spring, 98, 99. I think actually we got her for Christmas. It is now 2007, and she's still going strong. She's got to be at least 10 years old. I know she's still alive because I just fed her a couple of weeks ago. And the crickets are dead. I haven't heard any of them for about, 4 days now. We feed her once a month, and that seems to be fine. feed her, change her water, and she just kind of hibernates up there. So, it's a miracle that she's lasted this long. We figured, okay, and this is how we were thinking. I mean, this is not to to doom her or anything. We thought we moved over from Wenatchee to East Wenatchee in 1999, and we weren't honestly sure because we didn't know her age if we were going to be bringing her with or not. Turns out we did. We lived up in apartment 301 until 2005, and then it was like, oh, there's no way she's going to live for us to move again. So let's, we'll plan it a bit, but it's going to be really tentative planning because, Christ, she was 7 years old at that point. Tarantulas are not supposed to live this long. And so 2005 came and went. She moved down with us, and she's been with us ever since. So, but getting back to this is the point I was going to make, is because I have a cat, because I have a spider, I'm forced to think before I run out and get another cat or something else, how will this affect them? And it's not so much because I don't think that if I got another cat that the cats would get along. I know at some point they would. Either that or one would kill the other, and then be down from 2 to 1 at some point anyway. But a lot of people don't think about that. And I think it's probably because they don't have a pet. They don't think long term. It's like, oh yes, this is satisfying a need now, and that need will just always be there, and of course the situations will never change, and everything will be peachy keen happy. That doesn't work, folks. Come on, we're all adults. Even the kids are acting more like adults nowadays. We know common sense. That doesn't work. If you're going to take on something that you are going to have to pay to feed, pay to keep clean, you pay for food when you have a pet. You pay for sewage. Dog, you pay to go get the bags to ziplock them up and throw them away. A cat, you pay for the kitty litter. Ferrets, spiders, you pay for the bedding. You pay for the vet visits. You pay for the shots. You pay to have them declawed if you wish. You pay to have them spayed or neutered. There is money involved in this, and I think that's what catches a lot of people off guard. And I think it's the same thing actually with why people have so many kids. It's like, oh yes, I'll have kid 1, 2, 3, 9, 8, 14, 207, and it never occurs to them that every being that they become responsible for is going to cost them money. It might not be money they have. Well, in that case, you have to make a choice. Is it you, or is it the baby, the pet, the dependent? And a lot of people, their self-preservation instinct kicks in. And then it's how to get rid of the kid, how to get rid of the dependent, how to get rid of the pet. And kids are a lot harder. But pets can't speak. They can't go, wave a paw or wave a leg or something and go, yo, hey, person or, entity here, you're not thinking this through. They can't do that. And so they get shit on so much. And I find that really disgusting. On a side note, and I will have the link to the post, on a side note, the landlord of the building is being a sweetheart and providing the food and the litter so that until the cat can find a home. That doesn't happen much, but God bless them for doing that, because that's rare and that's very sweet of them. So, thank you for listening to me rant. Yeah, I've got to get going because I got a DJ here in a little bit, but I wanted to get that out before I forgot it. So, thanks for listening, and take care.